Matthew.
Sure, thanks. I wanted to ask you this about the elections in Sri Lanka, because the Secretary General had earlier, made this call to GL Peiris. Now, with the election right around the corner, one of the opposition supporters has now been killed, and I wanted to know: do you have any? Is he satisfied since his call that this election will be free and fair? The people say that the north of the country is full of military, and there's now death from an attack
I think
on opposition supporters.
it's not a question of the Secretary General being satisfied. It's a question of the Secretary General continuing to reiterate his call to the government of Sri Lanka to ensure that the elections go about in a peaceful manner and are fully inclusive.
Jokers.
Yes, sir.
Sure, Stephane. I want to ask about Libya and Sri Lanka, but first I just wanted to ask you something. These comments that the Secretary made about the Charlie Hebdo incident, I wanted to know why his appearance wasn't put in the UN media alert that many rely on to know. And I ask because, sadly, this probably won't be the last incident like this. When your office knows that he's going to speak on an event like that, do you put it in the media alert or you don't put it in the media alert?
Well, I think as we are not, we can't predict what will happen in the future. This had been scheduled yesterday as just a meet and greet and a wishing of best wishes for the journalists. This morning, as you all saw, there was this horrendous attack in Paris. The Secretary General expressed a wish to say something on that topic. He did. The journalists every journalist was clearly notified through the PA system that goes out throughout the building. It was squawked at about 9:45. I'm sorry, and I know you were standing outside. You were invited to join in. I think we did all we could to act quickly. There's often requests by journalists here for the Secretary General to react on the record quickly. I think we did that. His remarks were put out by text quickly after that. They were put out by UN TV on video. I think we're as transparent as we humanly can be.
My question is really, no, and I appreciate all of that. My question is about the media alert. I'm saying like the State Department, when they know the Secretary of State's going to say something, they say to journalists he's going to say something.
Matthew,
I also wanted to know why it's not.
No, Matthew,
Sure.
you asked me a question. Let me finish.
Good.
As I said, this was decided at the last minute for him to speak out on this issue and obviously make it very much of a news event. The quickest way to do it was to do just a quick squawk throughout the building, and I apologize for anyone who didn't hear it.
And it wasn't in his daily schedule either. I wanted to ask you this. I'm noticing today's daily schedule has something called Rosen Partners, which maybe you can explain. Can you say what that meeting is? But that's listed publicly, but this event wasn't.
This was part of his internal, walkabouts throughout the building. I think, Matthew,
I want to encourage you to put things in the media alert in the future.
I appreciate that.
Okay.